A year after another movie had come out based on another toy line. And that was theatrical. But I couldn't believe it. G.I. Joe the movie. And yes, I did watch the show. I did watch G.I. Joe. I really, really did. I mean, I could not get enough of it. It was one of the best shows I'd seen. Boys and girls were into it. It was just so, I don't, words cannot express how good the show was. It was that good. It really was. It really was that good. And that's all I really have to say. And that's why G.I. Joe and Transformers, I mean, not Transformers, but G.I. Joe and Yu-Gi-Oh! G.I. Joe and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is tied at number 2 on this list. Well, I guess there's no hiding it since I just spilled it a little bit. But we got 2 major ties at number 1, and I'm pretty sure you guys know who these ties are. Now, before I mention who are tied at number 1, I will give some honorable mentions. The ones that are honorable mentions are Voltron, Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats, Wild West Cowboys and Moo Mesa, Tailspin, Goof Troop, Darkwing Duck, 101 Dalmatians, and GoBot, Voltron, I think I mentioned, GoBot's Battle of the Rock Lords, Thundercats, Silverhawks. These are just a list of honorable mentions that I could have put on, but this video would have gone into more multiple parts than it should have, and it probably would have gone up to a point to where my mom would have woke up and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" You know, by opening the door without knocking. But these are just other shows that have honorable mentions, and you can check them out on other people's list as well, because I'm sure they're there. But like I said, now that those honorable mentions are out of the way, let's talk about the 2 shows that are tied at number 1. Of course, one of them I just briefly blurted out by accident, but of course at number 1, tied at number 1, first of all we have Transformers, Generation 1. And what can I say about this? What can I say? This is a show that I grew up on, and I watched every single episode. All 98 episodes that are on here, I watched all 98 originally. And that's not a lie. This in addition to the movie, which according to my sisters, I'd seen a million bajillion times. What can I say? My mom said something along the lines that because I was young at the time, which was 5, and I didn't really have any friends because I was being homeschooled at that time, and she didn't want me to be out there in the front yard or wherever alone, she had me sit down in front of the TV to keep me busy, and I watched Transformers. Transformers was one of the shows that came on and kept me busy, let's put it that way. And I've been hooked ever since. In fact, I have a lot of Transformer figures now. I have the freaking movie poster of the original series, of the original animated film. I have the Covenant of Primus book. I have the Ultimate Price Guide for Transformers, the Ultimate Guide to Transformer books. I have comics on them. I have the freaking Japanese trilogy, which continues after Rebirth. or technically continuity-wise would continue after the return of Optimus Prime, I have them all. And I can't say any more about that than any more about Transformers than that. I'm just somebody that, no matter what people say, is always going to be dedicated to the show. Is always going to watch the show when they can. Is going to collect whatever they can on it. I can tell you this right now: I'm going to get those Combiner Wars characters. I know that, and I will get Devastator. Hell, I got freaking Metroplex, the Titan class. What does that tell you? But like I said, it's just one of those shows that's had a huge impact on my life. And anytime there's a BotCon, I always wish I could go to one. I really do. But that's the impact Transformers has had on me. And that's why it's tied at number 1, along with another show that's had an impact on me. It's had an impact on a lot of fans, just like Transformers has. And that, of course, is Sonic the Hedgehog, dubbed Sonic SatAM. And this is one of the original Shout Factory DVD releases I got from my other Walmart job. I believe it was from there back in 2007. Yeah. I've had this for 8 years now, unopened. Unpackaged, unopened. The other one I do have, which you have seen, and it is open and is unpackaged, and I do watch. But what can I say about Sonic SatAM that I've not said and anybody else has not said before? In its 2 seasons, it had such a huge impact. It proved that you could do cartoons based on video games right. You could give them original storylines. You don't have to always depend on trying to be something that the game is. It proved you could be more than that. It was one of those shows that I watched when I could. When I moved back with my dad in 1994, I used that summer to catch up on all the episodes. I never missed one. I remember watching a 5-minute preview on Saturday mornings, on the Saturday morning preview show. It was just one of those shows that when you would watch it, you got hooked. I always use this as a prime example. When I watched the first episode of Supersonic, I give the writers credit, because they made me think that Bunny and Sally were going to be mind controlled by Robotnik for the rest of the season. Thankfully, that did not happen. But I liked it. I really did. And because of it, not only did the comic that did come before it, I believe, start to take on a more serious tone, as well as the character designs for the characters, but its influence is still felt to this day. In fact, portions of the soft reboot, soft retcon, if you will, characters, content, and all that is influenced by Sonic SatAM. Yeah, it's true. And it was just a show that you could not get enough of. I mean, Blast of the Past, Part 1 and 2 was good. Void was good. The 4-part Doomsday Project saga, aka the Doomsday Project movie, was good. The finale, Doomsday Project itself, was good. And from what Ben Hurst, God rest his soul, had been saying, or had said, and many people have even picked up on, had a 3rd season, maybe even a 4th season, 5th season been made, that potential that it was just crap, that it just solidified in the second season would have been exploited, would be I can't even pronounce the word, would have been proven even more so in those other seasons had those seasons been made. Oh yeah. That's how good this was. Sonic SatAM is a show. If you have not seen it, where have you been? Watch. You gotta sit down, you gotta watch it. I remember sending a copy to my nephew. I don't know if they still have a copy at their house. If they do, it's probably dirt. The discs are probably dirty and all that because they were in a drawer separate out of the cases and all that. But still, I remember I sent it to him and he enjoyed it. He said especially he liked the last episode. He really did. So to me, Sonic SatAM definitely is worthy of being tied up there at number one with Transformers, as being the number one animated shows that I've ever seen and have ever enjoyed in my entire life in the past 30 years. So, with that said, I hope you guys all enjoyed this. I apologize for it being in multiple parts, but it's just something that I want to thank Huey Toonmore for inspiring me to do. But it's just something I had to get off my chest, get it out of my system. But let me know what you guys think. What are your top 15 animated shows that you grew up on in the past 10, 20, 30 years, 40 years? Let me know what they are. Comment below. Let me know what they are. Respond with a video if you like. And I'll talk to y'all later. God bless, take care, and take your time watching.